Hello everybody, welcome to Colombo, the vibrant capital of Sri Lanka. Of course, we're back, and we're back here for a very short period. Welcome to what is known as Dehiwala Beach. Now this is actually the area that we're currently staying in. Dehiwala is just slightly south of the main sort of central hub in Colombo. It's actually, I think, known as Mount Lavinia. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I never know really how to properly pronounce that. But this is a little bit removed from a lot of the upscale skyline that you're going to see off there in the distance, just north of where we currently are. That's the skyline, and there's the port over there, and Peta, and all of the golf face and all that good stuff. Now I have to say, we wanted to start the video here at Dehiwala Beach. We were very excited to see the beach because there's a lot of very positive reviews online about the beach, but I have to say, a little bit disappointing. So this is the actual reality. This is something that a lot of people are never going to show you on YouTube, but we want to show you guys because this is the capital. This is the capital of Sri Lanka. It's very close to literally the center, but this is just the reality, I guess, of some of the beaches that you're going to experience around the capital city. As you go south, obviously, it's going to be more catered towards tourism. There will be more resorts and things of that nature, and just naturally because of that, the beaches will be kept in a much better condition. But this is unfortunately the reality of some of the more local beaches here in Colombo, in Mount Lavinia, in Dehiwala. Now I just want to show this, not to be negative, but just basically to say it could be done better. It's not really the best situation, and for the actual local people, you guys deserve better as well. So like the Marissa, Ahangama, all of these beautiful places, Hikadua, down towards the south, you guys have no issues. A lot of the resorts have no issues with keeping the beaches pristinely clean, and a lot of these places will quite literally go against the local people and say that it's only for foreigners in restaurants and accommodations and things like that, whereas here where the locals are allowed, it's pretty dirty and trashy. So it's just a matter of understanding that the same across the board needs to apply, I guess, for tourists and for locals, because the tourists visit these beaches as well, and you guys as locals, you deserve a lot better than the way these beaches look.
I think it's horrendously wrong, by the way, that this is the case, that sometimes you see those signs. They're usually written in Sinhalese or in Tamil, and when you go up with a Google Translate, you will read only foreigners allowed. The majority of times those signs are not in English. But yeah, I do think, I just saw like some families play here with their young kids, some local people kind of playing on the beach and enjoying their day. But there's lots of glass, lots of like metal tins, like cans and plastic and so on, and the locals are walking barefoot here, so like it's actually really dangerous for the kids to be playing around. And as well, there's a house just being torn down here, and the beach access that you can see here, it's completely covered with glass and rusty nails and so on. So yeah, we just kind of wish that this situation would be a little bit different, because we do feel like the locals that live here in Colombo deserve so much better. I mean, the tourists are whatever, tourists come and go, but yeah, do better for the locals, I want to say.
100%, but nonetheless, we're very happy to be back here, and the number one reason why we're happy to be back here is the food. Colombo is our favorite place in Sri Lanka when it comes to discovering new food, and that's exactly what we want to do right now, and it's the whole point, I guess, of this video. We came here to the coast just basically to open up and show the reality. Now as it gets closer, obviously towards businesses, the businesses will clean their own patch of the beach. So there is definitely areas that are very respectable here, like this restaurant, for example, looks beautifully kept and the guy is cleaning right now. Whereas when you look to the left, it's a blend, it's a mix of both. So let's get to the point. This is also the reality here as well. So guys, something you should know about us: we're not going to fabricate everything, we're not going to tell everything is amazing, because there's pros and cons to absolutely everything, and that's just the reality of it. But let's get to the point of today's video. We want to try some Sri Lankan food, and we heard that there's a couple places that are worth checking out. So we're gonna head and get some grub here in Colombo. Like I said, our favorite city when it comes to Sri Lankan food and variety of food in general. Right guys, so not too far from where we just were on Dehiwala Beach is this beautiful looking establishment here. This is called Culture Colombo. Now this is somewhere that has come recommended to us by many locals that we've spoken to here. They sell authentic Sri Lankan cuisine, and today we want to sample some of that. It's in this beautiful building as well. It seems to have quite a bit of age to it. Now this is a little bit more of an upscale place to what we usually have our food. We usually prefer the street stalls. This place definitely feels a little bit fancier. Very well put together building. It actually looks like it would be an incredible place to live. I love the colors here. It's kind of like this blue teal type of color with white, and the building itself has quite a bit of age to it. So let's check out the menu and let's see what we can get ourselves.
Yes, so we are at Culture Colombo. Sorry, you guys have a little bit of a grease filter going on.
Whoops.
I hope you were able to even see Luke. Okay, should be better.
I think it's the humidity.
Yes, or maybe the humidity, I'm not sure. Anywhoosies, we made it to Culture Colombo, and they claim to bring the authentic Sri Lankan cuisine to Colombo, which is why we wanted to try it. We actually found this restaurant on Instagram, believe it or not, and we were like, yes, this is something that we want to try out. And they already brought us the menu, which is quite extensive, and 2 pages.
It's massive.
Wow.
There's a lot going on this menu right here.
I think we will have to take like a few minutes just to get a little bit of an overview and understand what is what, and then we will tell you what we ordered after we managed to do that.
This menu is a little bit daunting, but they have incredible opportunities for many different things for you to try here. And I think around 98% of it is very typically Sri Lankan. They have a crab dry curry bowl, or a crab curry, which is, believe it or not, very typical for up north in Jaffna. Jaffna is known for their crab curry, particularly spicy crab curry at that. They also have a lot of different sort of fish options. They have this wow malu meal, which is a fried lake fish. That sounds particularly good. Karumba rice, a whole bunch of different varieties of rice, of course. The staple here in Sri Lanka is the rice dishes. You've got paratha, so these are paratha sandwiches with masala omelets. Rice and curry, obviously, quite literally the traditional dish of Sri Lanka is the rice and curry, and you cannot visit Sri Lanka without having a rice and curry at some point. Trust me, if you stay at a guest house, you'll get rice and curry at some stage. And then the rest of the dishes here, this is something that I'm particularly interested in, a bamboo biryani. Now biryani, many of you will associate biryani with being traditionally an Indian dish, but Sri Lanka is known for having its own twist on biryani, and it does it very well at that. And it's something that I had the last time when we were here around 2 years ago, and ever since then I've been craving it. So I think I'm gonna go for the bamboo biryani. So it's biryani cooked inside of the stalk of bamboo, and I think I'm gonna go for either the mutton or the chicken version of that biryani. And other than that, the menu is quite literally jam-packed full of other stuff. So you've got string hoppers, egg roti, hoppers in general, again a staple of Sri Lanka, and hot butter dishes. So you can get like hot butter cuttlefish and everything like that. And of course, kottu. Kottu is like, again, up there with rice and curry in terms of like a staple dish. You cannot visit Sri Lanka without having a kottu at some point. Now Naomi is being special. She's getting something that up until this very moment, I've never even heard of it. So she's going for the ilu mas.
I was until now thinking the ilu mas stew, which is mutton cooked in a mustard flavored sauce with Ceylon spices and fresh farm veggies.
Yeah.
But Luke also said that the wow malu meal, so malu just means fish in Sinhala, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's wow fish meal.
Wow, malu.
That actually sounds really, really nice as well, and it's under cultural specialities.
Yeah.
And I never had that, so I think I might change my choice from mutton to fish.
Fried lake fish.
I mean, fried fish, you can't really go wrong with fried fish, right?
Typically, yeah. It's typically a very good choice, and it's actually quite affordable in comparison to a lot of the other dishes.
Yeah,
and it comes with a kochi sambal too, which sounds really good.
The mutton that I initially wanted was 1,000 rupees more, so maybe the wow malu meal it is. Wow.
Smells good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. So that was one of the more unique ways that I've ever been served food. Came out in quite literally like a fully enclosed bamboo stalk, and the biryani was just sitting in there. I don't know if it's actually like cooked while being inside of that stalk, but it's served this way, and it smells really, really good. It smells very powerful. Now there's a boiled egg in there, and I went for the mutton biryani option, so I couldn't be any more excited. I'm gonna turn my hat around and give this food a try, so you can at least see my face, because sometimes when I eat food I wear my hat and it covers my entire face, and some of you guys complain that you don't even see me eating the food. But like I said, this smells absolutely incredible. I'm not sure if I want to eat it with my hands or not, but I'm gonna try the first one with the spoon here, because I just want to mix it around. So big, beautiful boiled egg. We've got very nice, juicy looking pieces of mutton, which I'm very excited to try. And this rice is incredibly fragrant. So I'm gonna go with a piece of the mutton, some of that rice, and just give it a go as it is. Biryani, mutton biryani here in Colombo. Okay. The food was worth the wait. I can tell you that already. The flavor off of that mutton is really strong. There's a very strong kick to this as well. The guy asked if I was okay with spicy food. I said, yeah, I'm fine with spicy food. That might have been a mistake on my behalf. Wow. The mutton is very, very tender. The rice is packed full of flavor. I'm not sure what type of a rice it is though. It seems to be like maybe like a tamarind infused, or like some sort of a yellow rice, maybe a ghee rice. But the flavor off of it is really, really, really good. Almost like a buttery, like ghee type of a flavor.
So Luke has received his food, as you can see. My plate is still empty. I'm gonna wait for my food, but I'm sure I can try Luke's food maybe.
Yeah, you want to shop?
Yeah, but like, try not to get the spicy bits.
There's some rice and some of this. The curry is
I can't
really
even
good.
see the spicy bits. Nothing about it looks actually spicy.
You got a leaf?
Big piece of lemongrass. Oh.
It's good.
This tastes very kind of perfumated. Oh my god, it's spicy.
Yeah.
Wow. Usually when Luke says, "Oh, this is very spicy," I'm like, "It's okay, spicy."
Yeah.
But this one is actually spicy.
It is. It has like a proper kick to it.
It kind of hits all of the spice receptors of your mouth at the same time. So, you know, usually spice either burns in the front or it burns in the back, or like a little bit on both, but this like hits the entire mouth at the same time. I'm sure you're gonna feel like you got lip injections or something like that after eating that entire meal.
I want to go in with my hands. It's the best way to really experience the flavor of a biryani, I think, is with your hands. So I kind of broke up the egg. I'm gonna mix it in with some of that rice. And obviously a piece of the mutton there as well. Let's go for it. I'm so bad with eating with my hands, but I love eating with my hands because you get the proper flavor. That's a real biryani right there. The egg is beautiful too. Oh, nice. Thank you.
Fried leg fish.
Thank you.
This side for your biryani, sir.
Thank you.
Dry fish curry. It's got sambal, very spicy.
Sambal?
Chili lemon.
Okay.
And
And the
roast
rice.
Amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So when they say fried leg fish, they mean fried leg fish. Literally an entire fish. I'm not the best at taking apart fish. I kind of have to see how I'm gonna go about this. But well, let's just load up on some white rice first. I want to say that's kind of the easy part of this meal.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what he said. What this was? Maybe some sort of a gravy, some curry type of a.
Yeah, it must be the curry part.
It's like a nice herbal type of gravy. It doesn't taste like curry at all.
Oh.
There's some curry leaves in there, but it's not like curry. So I think it's a gravy, so to speak. And I'm just gonna. It's hot.
Oh yeah, that's freshly fried fish right there.
Sorry, you will have to witness me struggling a lot now.
Piece it apart with the cutlery.
Ooh, it's very, very crispy. It's a crispy crisper.
It's a crispy fish. Crispy lake fish.
Okay, let's just lift off a little bit. And just give the fish a try. I hope I didn't get too many bones in there now, because I'm not so majestic with taking apart the fish. Let's
Looks
get some
amazing.
fish, get some rice, maybe some of this nice gravy. Perfect little bite. I hope I'm not gonna drop it on the floor. Oh yeah. This is very nice.
Yeah.
It's very good fish here. Even though the service wasn't the most amazing part of this restaurant, I feel like the food kind of makes up for it a little bit.
100%.
Oh yeah.
You're happy?
Amazing.
Yeah.
You want to try?
Yeah, I'll give it a try, yeah, sure. Can never turn down a bit of fish. Especially in Sri Lanka. Fish in general, seafood, is fantastic pretty much everywhere you go. Naomi's struggling to get some rice on the fork though.
Sorry, I hope you're not getting any bones.
That's a very good fish right there. Super flaky, very tender. I barely even have to chew it. Yeah, the flavor off of that is fantastic. It's like a grilled, well, it's fried fish, but the meat inside tastes like it's grilled. It's really juicy and fresh. Unreal.
And this paste that they gave us as well, this one seems to be like super, super tasty. I'm not entirely sure what is on the inside. It smells very kind of lemony, fruity, but it's spicy. So, I don't know, lemon spice?
Yeah,
taste?
maybe.
But it's very good, very tasty. I like this one a lot.
This biryani, by the way, absolutely fantastic. And they just brought out some extra stuff too. So I believe this here is a chutney. This here is some sort of pea mixture. And I've no idea what this is here. It's like a sort of a jelly texture, white texture to it, or white color to it. So I'm not too sure what that is.
It smells creamy.
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes like a tzatziki.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Go
Wow.
try it. Maybe it's to combat the spice level of your biryani.
Oh. It's like a cream.
Like a tzatziki, yeah.
That's actually really good. I'm gonna take some of this and mix it in with the biryani. It's almost like a yogurt type of a flavor.
Oh.
That goes very well with the rice, I have to say. The
This
chutney.
sauce here, yeah, it tastes like straight up kind of like apricot jelly type.
Yeah, proper chutney.
It's very sweet. It's nice.
That's a delicious chutney right there. I think I'm gonna try some of the chutney with that biryani as well. Get a little bit of a sweetness with the rice. Yep. Okay. This food is very good, I have to say. Very, very good. The flavors of the biryani, very, very, very tasty. So like, typically biryani, we've had it in India, we've had it in Sri Lanka, and it is known to be like a typically Indian dish. I think it's Southern Indian. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I could be entirely wrong. But here in Colombo, there's a lot of places that do biryani very well. There's a lot of places that do some Indian food very well. And obviously, a lot of places that do these Sri Lankan dishes very well. This lake fish in particular is fantastic. And you can get this as like a lake fish curry too. So
Sorry.
the actual variety of food that you can get in Colombo is like never ending. If you're a foodie, I would highly suggest you come to Colombo, particularly Colombo, because there's tons and tons of restaurants, tons of street food. You have the Aluth Kade street food market that happens pretty much every night as well. Unlimited variety.
Colombo is also very known for its coffee culture as well. You'll find kind of loads of like smaller roasteries around Colombo who do typically very, very great coffee. I know Sri Lanka is known for the Ceylon tea, of course, but it should be known for its coffee too. And slowly, more sort of artisanal roasteries are coming up and showing how great coffee can be from Sri Lanka. So, and I do have to say, I do think I prefer Sri Lankan coffee over your Colombian or Ecuadorian type of coffee. I do really enjoy proper coffee here, like the Arabica type of beans, not like the other ones, but yeah, Robusta not so much, but the Arabica beans are very nice here.
True. I'm gonna absolutely devour this.
And I'm gonna try to dissect this fish.
I have to say, this yogurt, this white yogurt sauce, it really elevates the biryani to the next level. So good. Naomi even stole some of it and added it to her fish dish.
The yogurt sauce goes amazing with the fish as well.
Yep.
I feel like they should bottle the sauce and
yeah.
sell it in supermarkets.
It's incredible. The mutton here as well, there's quite a lot of it, so they gave me a decent portion, and yeah, I can't complain at all about the actual food here. The flavor off of this is fantastic. It is spicy too. Sometimes when you ask for spicy as a foreigner in Sri Lanka, they look at you and they're like, nah, you can't handle the spice, or she can't handle it. But here they actually listened. They gave us a typically spicy biryani. This is fantastic. Now obviously, me being a foreigner, I don't know how good of a judge I am of the biryani scale, and I haven't tried every biryani around in Colombo, but this one is particularly tasty. Really, honestly, I can say that.
So this wouldn't be, at least if you ask me as a non-Sri Lankan, which of course doesn't matter at all what I'm saying, but it wouldn't be a Sri Lankan food experience if you wouldn't get a little bit of curd and some treacle afterwards. Now I'm gonna pour this beautiful treacle.
Oh my god, look at that.
I still have, like, they gave us a lot of treacle.
They gave us
it's still more than half.
An extra amount of treacle.
Yeah, just in case, you never know.
You never know.
Had a nice little dessert. Luke was kind of on edge about the dessert, but I felt like we deserved us a nice
We
curded
deserve a
treacle.
dessert.
This is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know. When my mom, when I was in kindergarten, my mom raised me on like kind of Greek yogurt or natural flavored yogurt and honey.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is like the elevated version of that.
Yeah.
It's so good. I don't know how or why, but it's so good.
There's something very, very special about curd in Sri Lanka, particularly the real buffalo curd, and I think this is it. And that treacle, oh, sweet, beautiful. I cannot wait to try this. That's heavenly. That is absolutely unreal. It is genuinely the best option for dessert in Sri Lanka, and you can get curd pretty much all over the island. It's very, very popular with locals. You can even buy like tubs of curd, a little bit more of a processed version, I guess. You can buy tubs of it in cargills, in keels, so you can literally have a tub of it and bring it home and then make your own version of this, but it's never going to be as good as this is.
I think if you want to get the authentic curd though, you have to stop somewhere at a buffalo farm.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see like the farmers on the side of the road and they have these like terracotta vessels.
Yeah.
And you can just buy it there. But you don't see that all over Sri Lanka. You kind of, in Anuradhapura you see it a lot. And the rest of the country, I feel like we haven't seen it as much or like as commonly. But yeah, if you ever do want to get a proper curd, try and go to a buffalo farmer with a terracotta vessel, because that's the best.
Oh yeah, 100%. You'll see them in, it actually kind of looks like this,
Yeah.
but like a larger version. So it will be like kind of like a pot, a big pot that's this color, so like a terracotta color. And inside will be beautiful, beautiful curd.
And the buffalo curd is so sought after apparently because it's a cooling thing to eat.
Cooling agent, yeah.
A cooling agent. If you eat a cow curd, which you can buy in the supermarket, that apparently will make you feel hotter. But the buffalo one apparently is like cooling you down from the inside, and that's why it's so sought after. And to be honest, I just like it because it's tasty.
It's also incredibly healthy for you. So the dairy that is in here and the like nutritional properties of curd, fantastic. I believe it's quite high in protein as well, which a lot of Sri Lanka focuses a lot on the rice and curry aspect, a lot of veg, a lot of rice. So it's nice to have curd everywhere you go in Sri Lanka, just for like a pickup of protein, dairy, and it just tastes milky, smooth, fantastic. And with that treacle as well, just adds an extra layer of sweetness to it. It really is the perfect dessert, honestly. If you're someone that likes sweet stuff, maybe if you're a fan of like cheesecake, for example, this is absolutely amazing. Unreal.
I'm trying not to eat it all and leave something for Luke.
Right. Absolutely delicious biryani. And I think Naomi can agree that lake fish was something else.
Was amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly amazing. I'm usually not much of a fish fan, but I thought I would have to try the fried lake fish.
Yeah, we've heard here and there about lake fish curry, but that was the first time that we've ever actually properly had a lake fish in Sri Lanka, and it didn't disappoint. The biryani as well, one of the best that I've had so far in South Asia. Truly like spectacular, and the portion size was great. It wasn't like an overly big portion. Sometimes when you go to like the more low-key local spots, you get much better value for your money, so you get
Giant portions.
gigantic portions. But sometimes for us as Westerners, we can't really eat like mountains of rice, so I always end up leaving like a whole bunch of rice behind,
Yeah.
and I always feel horrible about that.
We kind of started only ordering one meal and just sharing it with 2 people in the local spots because it's
Yeah.
just too much and we don't want to waste that much food.
100%. But
Yes.
here I completely devoured that whole biryani, and I
Yeah.
feel sufficiently full and plenty of mutton in there as well, so I'm a very happy camper.
I also felt like we had to try the...
Hello.
How are you? We also had to try the malu, so the fish, because it was listed under cultural specialities. So
Yeah.
I felt like we had to at least order one dish off of that part of the menu, right? And it
Yeah.
was really worth it.
100%. Good value for money as well. The whole entire meal came to just under like $24, which for a restaurant like that is very good value, especially considering there's a lot of other restaurants around here where you're going to pay considerably more. And of course in Sri Lanka, that's very nice. It is actually very good value. We've been to a lot of restaurants recently in the up country where we were just before coming here, and they would happily charge more than that for what we got. So all in all, very positive experience. I think I'm about to be getting run over by a tuk-tuk here, but for now, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi,
We are the 2 Mad Explorers,
and this is your reminder to keep exploring.
and we'll see you guys in the next Sri Lankan adventure.
Bomastuji for watching.
Bahama Stuti.
Nandri, bye bye.
Bye bye. We're heading south, by the way. Stay tuned. Bye bye.